fourth shot for Rickie Fowler at the par 5 14th.
Rickie could not reach the green after his layup. He will save par, though.
Brian Harman on the tee here on 13.
That's a 6-iron.
Perched up green, a little more carry, gets down to the bottom. Going to be a very fast putt. Brian Harman down the hill and downwind, but another iron shot, just attacking the flagstick.
Here's Koepka at 14. In the bunker.
Well, there's a lot worse places to be than that. If he misses the bunker, ball rolls all the way down into the fescue, and that is not an overly difficult bunker shot for Brooks Koepka.
Here's Matsuyama at 18.
He's drawn a pretty good line. It's all about the touch and the contact here. Good thing he does have a little bit of wind into him that will stop. He just can't get too aggressive with this because there's nothing behind this hole.
Well, it's actually got a little upslope at the beginning, right where he landed. Then it trickles off to the left and gathers speed. That's a great shot. The #4 player in the world will have that to get to 12 under par.
You see J.B. Holmes there on the green here at 18. His fellow competitor. And this is what J.B. did on the par 5, his second shot.
One of the longest hitters on the planet. .681 yards, Joe. Hit a moonshot 3-wood. So we got that to look forward to. Koepka's got the same kind of length.
There's only been one eagle at 18 so far, but it has played as the easiest hole today. Here's Thomas at 13.
Well, after hitting a 6-iron in the left bunker, blasted out to that position. And maybe his chances just left him.
Well, we repeatedly hear how hard it is to follow a great round up with another good round. Disappointing day so far for Justin Thomas. 3 over now through 13. Drops back to 8 under par for the championship.
This to get to 12 under. And a round of 66. He has a chance. And would become Japan's first major champion.
J.B. Holmes made that eagle putt.
Now here's Harman at 13.
To get to 13, Joe. And he'll have that little putt for par. To stay in a tie now with Hideki Matsuyama. Sooner or later, Brooks Koepka is going to see 12 unders in the clubhouse. Doesn't allow him any mistakes coming in now.
I'm not sure, but I think I wouldn't mind being Hideki Matsuyama right now. Brooks Koepka's in the bunker at 15. Not an 14, not an overly difficult up and down, but the 15th hole playing the most difficult on the course. And then each of the last 3 holes playing under par.
For this round.
For this round.
I don't imagine that's ever been in the U.S. Open where the last 3 holes are all playing under par that final round.
By the way, flight on it, yeah. just left again. It's 5, 10, 15, 20. Past. There's an option is you could just play hands and shoulders. I'll keep a flight down. Get this right, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. As long as you don't fiddle it, but no, do a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Hands and shoulders, mostly on the pin, isn't it? Just left of the pin.
Yeah, that's got to be right.
Yeah.
Sure, if that's Ringo Starr or Ian Finnis.
Control one on the shoulders, isn't it? So come out a bit lower that morning. And then I'll just lighten.
No, if it is Ian Finnis, he's the caddy.
Yeah.
Third shot here at the par 5.
Trying to get this just right. This is a critical moment for Fleetwood if he wants any hope.
107 yards, and as you say, it's the gathering pins, bank behind the flag and bank to the left. So they're running into the honey pot to get it just right.
Very well played. He had to have it.
The honey pot has been found.
Winnie the Pooh out there.
Brian Harman would normally be close to a gimme. Nothing like that now. And, Brian Harman drops a second shot in a row. Boy. Oh, he bogeyed the last and now this one. So 2 drops in a row and now up to 14.
Third shot for our leader, Brooks Koepka.
He's got a beautiful backstop behind the flag to feed the ball back. He's going to use it. Oh, but that will be fast. That'll be the toughest 3-footer he's faced maybe in his life.
Now Harman for bogey. All of a sudden, Brooks Koepka has a 2-shot lead
On Brian Harman.
Brian Harman, excuse me, yeah, and a chance to get 2 ahead with his birdie putt up on 14 after that sensational bunker shot.
What a round for Hideki Matsuyama. A round of 66. Posted 65 on Friday. He is 1 shot out of the lead at the moment. It's his 5th U.S. Open. He has 1 top 10 finish. I was at Marion back in 2013. He tied for 10th. A pretty good spot right now. Our leader, Brooks Koepka, looking at this birdie putt.
One thing I've observed all day is he's not rushed around at all. He's kept his walking and his demeanor very consistent all day.
Ken, you've played Ryder Cup. Koepka came off this Ryder Cup in 2016. He said he felt that there's just no way he could possibly be as nervous here today as he was at Ryder Cup.
Well, this is a nervous moment.
You better believe it.
One of those putts that there's nothing really in it, but you're looking for something. You're looking for something. It's a bit slipped down the slope. You've got to make the decision. A little bit of authority and jam it in. Be brave. Massive putt, this one. This is a nerve tingler.
Birdie for Koepka. 14 under par, a 2-shot lead. Going to the toughest hole on the golf course today.
The guy ranked 158th in sand saves this season. None bigger than that. That's getting it done when you need to get it done.
Now Fleetwood for birdie.
Just making sure everything's just right. These greens are so pure. I don't think I've seen them all bobble all week. Hardly a spine mark, hardly a mark on them. So if you miss it, it's you. Inside left, mustn't give the hole away.
These two with birdies at the par 5. And as I said, they go to the most difficult hole on the golf course today, the par 4 15th.
There on 15, Ricky Fowler, second shot on up the hill.
Just a 2-iron down here in the fairway, 123 straight back into the breeze. This one's standing up a little bit into the breeze.
Very difficult to get it back all the way to this hole location. Some 25 yards back there, and it's important to get this tee shot in the fairway on 15. Now back on the 14th tee.
Harman now 3 shots back. And will stay out of the bunker. Maybe a little downhill lie.
His right foot maybe standing in the sand there. Now up to 17, Brandt Snedeker. His chance to get into double digits here. Look how much break he's playing. Well, he's been the best putter this week, starting today. Some of those just aren't that easy after a good iron approach in. There's Tommy Fleetwood after his birdie on 14, trying to figure out what they're going to do here on a tee at 15.
Well, the obvious option is just to knock it on a safe line down the right side. It's a positional tee shot. I can't believe they'll take the bunkers on.
You look at the difference between today and yesterday and how the last 4 holes played on Saturday compared to Sunday. So while they're at 15, they have the second easiest hole coming next. Opportunity to make even more of a move. Easiest hole on this golf course is the par 5 18th today.
Despite that, he's trying to knock it down there 250 yards. This is not an easy fairway to find from this elevated tee. Tilted to the right. If you find the rough, particularly down the left, it's really vengeful stuff. Verdant green and swishing in the wind.
Ken, is the wind blowing across or just straight at him?
It's a little off their left, and
He seems to compress this ball down. Keeps it under the wind a little bit. A beautiful shot.
Good target.
Now Koepka. Kenny, a little bit more difficult for a high ball hitter with a cut here.
yeah, you don't want to get ahead of it. It's so easy just to lean on it, trying to keep it under the breeze and push it out to the right. But he seems to be swinging so well.
Huge tee shot here for Koepka. Well back, but a high ball there that doesn't roll much. Safely in the fairway. A tough shot to get it back close to this whole location.
Up ahead, here's Xander Schauffele. What a showing this week at Erin Hills for Xander. And we'll see him next year at Shinnecock Hills. 10 under in his first U.S. Open. The 23-year-old from La Jolla. Well, there's our leader, Brooks Koepka, out in front by 2 over Matsu.
It's at 14, that's the 15th hole. Effectively taking Fowler out of there.
Here's Patrick Reed. This for birdie at 16. He's been frustrated all day, just could not get this round kick started.
He gave you the feeling that this could be his day.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost fine. It's just about its number, like 5 yards past his number today.
Some medium one of those, yeah. I mean, there's not much wind there now, but it's still there. Like, there's a 4-iron, medium one of those.
Ken Brown, they look well back on this hole.
Well, they've only just reached the fairway, 144 yards, and Brooks doesn't have to take this flag on if he doesn't want to, and if he does, he must hit it left of the cup, otherwise push it right into Alcatraz.
He's got to hit it right at the TV tower there. Forget about the... I guess he doesn't. It's incredible. They're only playing that shot 5 yards farther than the yardage. Brooks Koepka has no idea how great that shot was, considering everything going around. Now Tommy Fleetwood, can he answer?
It's one both wrong with the wins. Most of the time. I like hands and shoulders, 154 is an 8 man. Especially that last one.
He just stuffed the wedge on the last hole for birdie on 14.
You think?
Not to keep this under the ring.
I just don't like it though. I like it on the... I like it just fly through that. How are you going to go on? See where the rough just comes down? Yeah, I'll put it. Perfect, there we go. And the shoulders making good flight on it, yeah?
Good instruction there from his best friend, 143 yards up the hill. Has to be playing close to 150.
Always goes down the shaft of all his shots. Well, this is one of those ones you just want to hit the back foot 3/4. You must club down, otherwise it's going to balloon in there, and even if it lands on the green, it'll come screwing back. It's going to take a lot of skill. 25 on 4 from the right, very tight from the right.
And right away, he knew that. And watch where this thing ends up. A real bad error at the time right now for Tommy Fleetwood. And look at that monster coming back up. Ugh, nothing about that you like.
Now up ahead, 16T, the par 3, Ricky Fowler.
184 yards. He's got an 8-iron. Wind straight down pretty much, maybe a hair off the right. 3-putt bogey essentially took him out of having his chance to win this year's Open.
Ricky started swinging really hard at it. He hit a couple iron shots as hard as he could. Maybe could have taken one more club at 13. Kind of undid him and made a good par there at 13 though, actually. So, but between clubs when you only have one speed.
Earlier here at 14, Brian Harman.
That from 139, but a long 139 up the hill into the wind.
Not out of it yet.
No, not at all.
A moment ago, this is Charlie Hoffman. Hit putt for birdie. Yep, that triple at 8 is going to eat at him for a while. And he'd be in second place, just 2 back. Yep, no ifs in this game of golf.
You can show your love of the game with official U.S. Open merchandise. View the entire 2017 collection of U.S. Open merchandise online at usgashop.com. Right now, the Koepka family is thinking about buying every T-shirt and golf shirt that's ever been made with Aaron Hills on it if young Brooks can close this out.
Well, there's a long walk back down the hill, surveying his third shot. Ken Brown's there. What's he got?
Well, he's got a nice decent lie. And there's a big slope behind the flag that he can use. Back into the breeze. It's not that hard of a shot, but you're trying to get down into it. It's extremely tricky.
Looks really hard in this TV here right now with those gaping bunkers.
Yeah, he's got to pitch it beyond the flag. If he tries to land a soft one by the flag, he's going for a Mickelson miracle.
Focus.
And with the wind in his face, you can sort of stall it a little bit. It pitches it 6, 7, even 8 yards past the flag on direct line with the pin that will come wandering back.
Nice flighted shot. Can he use the slope here? Come back far enough. Beautiful stuff there. Yeah, he gained a lot walking up there, taking his time. Beautiful flighted, controlled shot there by Tommy Fleetwood.
Feels like a must. Birdie putt for Brian Harman at 14.
And not much at all into this, just slightly back up the hill, maybe a little bit from his left.
Oh, he had to have it. There's no doubt about that, Joe, and he just buried it right in the middle. Remember now, the last 3 holes, all playing under par. 2 guys on top, Harman and Koepka. Of course, Matsuyama in the clubhouse. Harman and Koepka played this back 9 the best. It's good vibes as we close this round.
Well, Brooks Koepka has played all over the world. We said that earlier in the telecast. 5 European Tour wins, and that's had to help him. And boy, if he can make this putt with those 3 downwind holes coming in, be gigantic. And that never looked like it was going to miss. Brooks Koepka birdie on 15 to go 3 ahead of Matsuyama, done in the clubhouse. And look at this. Only 1 error. He missed that 10 fairway by just a smidge. 3 putted for bogey. Other than that, but absolutely flawless.
His walking pace. Slow as can be.
From up above. Brooks Koepka stamping it down there. On 15. You know, I just got to believe it. Hanging around here in the Jupiter area of Florida where he lives, DJ, Ricky, with Justin, playing with these guys all the time has got to help in this situation. Now Fleetwood for his par. Well done there. What an up and down for Tommy Fleetwood. But 4 back now with only 3 holes to go.
Moment to go at 16. Second shot, Ricky Fowler.
Ricky's led the tour in sand saves all season long, upwards somewhere around 74 or 5% right now. Pretty clever boy here. Watch this club just slide right past that ball. That's the key. Get that club into chase by the ball.
Now Brian Harman back up on the hill at the top of the 15th hole tee shot.
Just for the fairway metal to lay it up short of the bunkers in the middle of the fairway. Wind right back at him.
Crucial fairway for Harman to hit here.
Gotta be kidding me. Get lucky somehow.
Well, he got lucky. He's going to be lucky. He's a left-hander. It's not in the hay, Brian.
Straight in?
Right here.
Right.
Coming right from the green.
Huh?
Straight in from the...
There's our leader, Brooks Koepka. He just birdied the toughest hole on the golf course today. Right now he's got a 3-shot lead over Matsuyama. As Brad said, he's made only the 1 bogey all day. He's about to play 3 of the easiest holes on the golf course. Only pressure really is in his way. And now you start looking at most under par at any point in a U.S. Open. Koepka is number 2 on the list. McIlroy got to 17 under in 2011, won at 16 under. Opportunity for Koepka to better that.
Oh, right over the flag.
And drifting back down, almost hole high. Making it look easy.
He was leading the field in greens in regulation. The only bogey of the day for Brooks Koepka was a 3-putt on 10. Nobody's played more solidly. Nobody's handled the wind better. Nobody's made more putts.
Brooks has played this closing stretch now, 15 through 18 at 4 under par this week.
Tommy, Fleetwood teeing up on the right side of the blocks with a pin tucked front left. From the tee, you can only just see the top of the flag, a big mound in your way and some fescue grass. 184 yards. Little ledge behind it, you can pitch the ball in and stop the ball.
Tommy Fleetwood finds the bunker on the right side of this par 3 green here at 16. A moment ago here at 18, this is Brandt Snedeker for bogey. Eight under for the championship.
Yeah, he bogeyed that hole yesterday too, and kind of effectively put that sour taste in your mouth.
All eyes right now on Brooks Koepka, making it look easy, and we all know it's not. Money putts. He's at 16 with another look at birdie and a 3-shot lead in his pocket at the U.S. Open.
Compare the innovation.
In second twice this year. Lining up a birdie opportunity here at 16.
Yeah, from this angle, a little bit of right to left movement. Certainly as it's dying, it'll turn to the left, but one you can certainly give a bit of a run at. Not one to be frightened of.
A few players leaving short from here. It's got some left break in it. And make another one.
Get the hole!
You better believe it!
Wow! 16 under par and a 4-shot lead. He's made 3 birdies in a row. And remember that par save at 13.
Fabulous par save at 13. And this guy Koepka, just watch his walking pace. Hasn't changed. It's even slowed down a bit. Now here we are at 15.
Harman second out of the primary rough. Got a break, not to be in the heavy stuff, and this ball release for him. Harman 4 back now with 4 holes to play.
I guarantee you, he got a blast in his ear from that putt that Koepka made.
You're right, Paul. That 16th green's right next to where he was hitting from.
Now Fleetwood. Middle par to stay at 11 under. Nice up and down for Tommy Fleetwood. But all eyes on Brooks Koepka.
Just a moment ago, Ricky Fowler's second shot into 17. Seven back. The lead of neighbor and friend Brooks Koepka. Fowler disappointing 1 over on the day. Now, if you're Hideki Matsuyama, things aren't looking too good for you. The 3 previous rounds here, not only has Koepka hit it in the fairway every time,
Good rhythm.
Maybe he's just a little off the lead.
I mean, very fractionally, yeah. Well, good rhythm. See your target.
Good rhythm, see your target, great advice, but he's pounded the ball off this hole. 344, 318, 332 yards, all three in the fairway, and not one person today in the field has double bogeyed 17 or 18 today.
Could go with a 3-wood if he fancied. I mean, he doesn't need to hit a drive, just straight down breeze, but going with a big dog.
I don't think so.
well.
Yeah, again, there's not one bad thought in this guy's brain right now. He's just going to swing as hard as he can.
That's so bad. It's all right.
He said that's so bad, it's all right. And that stays on the right edge of the fairway, which is actually a beautiful angle for Brooks Koepka. Harman must make. Just a
well, that's the way it's been the last 3 or 4 holes. How quickly times can change, things can change. After bogeying 12 and 13, he finds himself 4 back.
4-shot swings on 12 and 13. Two-shot swings anyway.
Harman just to clean this putt up here on 15 and find some way to magically birdie the last 3 holes and see if there's a way Koepka can falter, but it just seems impossible.
So much for wanting to be Matsuyama in the clubhouse.
He's packing his bags now. Now Fleetwood's tee shot.
Shot there. Nice shot,
Even par on the day, but no match for the 5-under par for his fellow competitor. Brooks Koepka is not done yet today. Ricky Fowler at the green here for his birdie. Disconsolate Ricky Fowler. Many players picked him, many people picked him to be the pre-tournament favorite. Showed so many good signs the first 2 rounds. Lost his way with his driver yesterday. But again, always seems to be in contention. The more important the tournament is, they cross that finish line soon enough. Absolutely fantastic demeanor.
Leaderboard, you focus on the top name. Now with a 4-shot lead, Brooks Koepka.
Certainly got to take dead aim. Don't show this a 7.
How's that for dead aim, Curtis? Great shot. That'll get him in solo possession, 2nd place.
Which is a big check, by the way, of over $1 million. But aside from that, I mean, he'll be 3 shots back.
Yeah, exactly.
A moment ago here at 18, Hoffman. For par.
Soak it in, buddy.
A round of 1 under today. And his best finish in a U.S. Open. Now Bill Haas playing with Charlie for birdie here at 18. 10 under.
Well, 10 under par, would have won every single U.S. Open in history, but 2.
By far, Bill's best finish in a U.S. Open.
Starting line back there. Yeah, good starting line, mate.
Tommy Fleetwood back to him, 17, second shot.
Draft virtually straight behind him, maybe a little off the left side from this angle. He's got 178 yards, pin sort of tucked behind the left man so you can see the top portion of the pin.
Tommy Fleetwood. Have a lot more followers over here in America. His iron play has been outstanding. Distance control, short game. He's just a downright nice guy. Good shot there.
Koepka is chasing history here, Brad Faxon.
He sure is. One more birdie ties that record. Rory McIlroy at Congressional. Very similar wet conditions. Wet or dry, Brooks Koepka doesn't care.
Only one player has been as far as 17 under par. That was Rory McIlroy at Congressional in 2011. He finished at 16 under. So, as you said, Brad, one more birdie would get him to 17 under. And if he ends there, that would be record-setting as well.
And a good smart shot there for Koepka. Not taking it too far left. Just get in the middle of the green. He knows the scoreboard right now. He's got 4-shot lead. He can play the 18th hole as conservatively as he wants to.
No, it really wasn't.
Let's pick up some highlights. Brooks Koepka at 12.
This was for 2-putt. This was really, I thought, critical after he 3-putted the 10th. He had about a 10-footer down the hill for birdie there, gunned it about 3.5 feet by, and then made it coming back. He misses the green to the right at 13 and pitched it to here, Joe. And that putt was huge. He was tied with Brian Harman at the time he made that par putt. And then the 14th hole, after taking 3-wood off the tee, 3-wood into the green side bunker hole. That shot down the hill, that was a real tickler. And then the hardest hole on the course, he hit it in the fairway with a long iron, had 144 yards, and hit arguably the best second shot we've seen in hours to the 15th. And then this at 16 after hitting his iron shot right over the flag. Slow putt, breaking left. Seen lots of players leave this putt short today. Bingo! 3 birdies in a row, and Brooks Koepka got a hammerlock on the U.S. Open.
Well, he's hit 16 out of 17 greens. He's only had 27 putts. His lone bogey, we said, on 10 was just a 3-putt from far away, and just next to flawless how he's played.
Here's Brian Harman for birdie to get to within 3 at 16. And in second place all by himself at 13 under.
Halfway to the hole, it's going a little right, he said, Ken.
There's a good angle to putt from though this side. What an ovation he got coming onto this green. They all stood up and cheered. It was quite electric.
How about the scoreboards out there, Ken? You know, Dustin Johnson said he did not want to know where he stood. Is there any way that Koepka could not know where he stands?
Yes, they're not massive scoreboards. He probably, if he wanted to know, he certainly could. There's plenty of them. Who knows? I'll have to ask him afterwards. Couldn't hold another one, could he, Paul?
31 feet. Gave that a good run.
Probably a little more ambitious than he needed to be.
A little adrenaline in that stroke.
Tell you what, that 4-shot lead can go down to 2 here in a New York minute if he's not careful.
Huge tee shot for Harmon.
Sure, Brian.
See that carry is 319 yards.
Yeah, coming down the turn. Perfect.
Right where he wants to be. Now Fleetwood's putt for birdie.
Certainly the front portion of this green is some of the flattest areas of putting surface there is on the golf course. There's not much in any of it. Just gentle tilts.
Putt from just under 20 feet to get him in a tie with Hideki Matsuyama for third. Boy, everything figured out there. And alone in fourth as he walks to the 18th hole, but not before this gigantic putt of Koepka that trickled by. I don't know if I call that trickle, probably the wrong adjective. Racing by, almost 6 feet long. Ken, what's it look like?
One of those putts, but there isn't much in it. It's a little a fraction down the slope, believe it or not, from this angle. Sun setting, but it would be nice to take a decent lead down the last.
Another great putt by Brooks Koepka.
That's money right there, buddy. That is money.
Doesn't look like anything's bothering him. His emotion's been very steady.
He said coming in about not being nervous today, it's one of those things, it's just confidence. The more and more opportunities you get, you put yourself in that position, you feel a lot more comfortable. For a guy with one PGA Tour win on his resume.
And you know, Joe, on the range with Butch and C.H. Harmon, there wasn't much conversation with these guys. It wasn't like they were trying to retool anything. They were keeping everything very simple.
How about that walk to the 18th tee for a guy like Brooks Koepka, who's played golf all around this world, well seasoned, 27 years old, lives in Jupiter, Florida, played collegiately at Florida State. He's a birdie away from the all-time U.S. Open record. Right now he's 16 under, which would tie him with Rory McIlroy. Up in front of him here at 18 a moment ago, Ricky Fowler. Second shot.
Right. What a shot for Ricky.
He's 2 over on the back of this golf course. Ricky is. Got 2 birdies on his card today, none since number 7.
And for a little guy, he gets a lot of club head speed. 681 yards, and he's hitting an iron for his second shot.
From 300 yards?
You know, the wind really never did completely calm down like it was forecast. It's still howling pretty good, but my goodness. 300 yards long iron. Good start off on that thing.
It's a little yeah.
Koepka feeling a lot better after making that 6-footer on the last hole.
He was having a dabble for the driver, but at least he's gone with a 3-wood.
Easiest hole on the golf course today. He's got par birdie this week.
It's just roasted. Oh, look at that. It's absolutely roasted that. It's a mile down there. What'd you call it, Ken? A corker.
Stand still,
A
please.
corker, yeah.
Thank you.
Cork coming out of a champagne bottle just exploded out of there.
Fleetwood.
And a stone crabbed it. Just one claw. That is in the tall stuff.
found that. We'll go back to 17.
Brian Harman surveying his second shot here on 17.
But I'll repeat what I just said. 178. It's tough to get it in there close, but I think he has to take that aim. Come in from the right a little bit.
Oh, Curtis, without a doubt, he has to make a birdie here. Doesn't can lose this 3-shot lead. Needs a miracle here, Brian Harman.
Yeah, I got to tell you, he's really played well, though. A couple of missteps back on the start of his backside. Really played well, held his composure, showed a lot of class.
Another iron right at the flag, and unlucky there that pitched right in front of the green, and short softer fringe deadened the shot. He's looking in dismay.
People will think a lot differently about Brian Harman after this week here at Erin Hills. Last year's winner was Dustin Johnson. He finally broke through at Oakmont. He has a relationship with Brooks Koepka. They play a lot of golf together. We asked Brooks about their friendship.
Me and DJ would say we've been pretty close for the last 4 years. We train together just about every day back home or on the road. We're training together, so we see each other a bunch and trying to outwork them. It's kind of a competition in the gym to see, who can lift more, and we play most mixed rounds together. We hang out, off the golf course and on the golf course, so it's a great friendship.
And how about he got a phone call from his good friend Dustin Johnson last night, telling him, Brooks, you're good enough to win. Little things can make a huge difference. Just can't say enough how much his Ryder Cup experience had to help Brooks Koepka last year. That's the ultimate pressure cooker. And oftentimes, Ryder Cups come before majors.
Up ahead, here's Ricky Fowler for Eagle. Trying to shoot under par for the first time in a final round of the U.S. Open. The best he can hope for is even. 9 under now, 7 shots back. And the wait will continue for the first major championship for the 28-year-old from Oklahoma State.
Not a very good round for Ricky today. It was a difficult day anyway, and he just didn't hit a lot of shots hole high. Made some nice putts, but got out putted today by Brooks Koepka for sure.
Siwoo Kim, the 21-year-old, with his putt here at 18. 6 under for the championship, 3 over for the day. This for birdie.
People thought that the Players Champion was going to be the man to beat here on a Sunday, and it just didn't happen for him. Let go of a couple shots early on, clawed his way back, and then let it go here at the end.
Just 21 years old. Bright future for Siwoo Kim. Lives in California, born in South Korea. Meanwhile, Ricky Fowler is the 9th ranked player in the world. He's got 4 PGA Tour wins, including Honda this year. This is 9th U.S. Open, 7th as a pro, and it just did not click.
Tell you what, Joe, I think we can safely say that 3-wood that Ricky hit on 18 went over 350 yards. For him to be able to hit an iron into that green is just unbelievable.
And a nice ovation here at 18 for Ricky, 10 under for the championship.
Maybe the most popular player on the PGA Tour. Fans were behind him at the start of the day. Not meant to be this week for Ricky Fowler. Expect to see him again. maybe in a month at the British Open.
Now back here, Brian Harman on 17, knowing he's got to make this, and still winning would be a stretch. Curtis about 25 feet.
Yeah, Max, not much to it. Expect him the way he puts to come very close, if not make it. Wind is not a factor here at all. Just gonna finish out well. Got to be disappointing right now. It's hard to keep the energy up at this point.
Well, he better keep it up because, you know, as we said yesterday at the close, players at this level choke for two things, Curtis, and you know that: cash and prestige. The prestige is going to Koepka, the cash for Harman.
Paul, they don't think about the cash here because that trophy is priceless.
Well, you got a good point there.
Well, because of the play of Brooks Koepka, think about Brian Harman. He sleeps on the 54-hole lead, shoots 1 under through 17, and he's 3 shots back of this man, Brooks Koepka, aiming at history.
Longest tee shot of the day, 379 yards for Koepka. Just 272 to the hole. He's left it in a perfect spot.
And he hit it with a 3-wood.
Yeah, he did.
There wasn't even a driver.
Well, if he can get that up and down, it would be 17 under par, which would be the best score in relation to par in U.S. Open history.
That ball actually just stopped rolling, Joe, but it stopped short of the bunker. He'll be pitching back up the hill.
You know, Claude Harman, Butch's son, who helps Brooks Koepka with his full swing, said he showed up on Monday as content as Dustin Johnson did last year at Oakmont. He said he had never seen him in a better place, confident with that similar drive. They both hit that power cut, and he had that power cut working this week so well. Hit so many fairways.
The U.S. Open seems to be a paradise for guys who fade the ball. Faders play well in U.S. Opens.
Here's what he's chasing. Lowest score to par. He's at 16 under. If he gets it up and down, he'll be 17 under. Meanwhile, back on the tee, here's Harman.
Yeah, just want to split the 2 fairways. Bunkers on the left and the right, both about 282. So he will be able to get to him playing downwind. And another. Yeah, going a little right. Yeah, excuse me, in the right bunker.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, I still think a good one covers that right one, but yeah.
Third shot here for Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, just like it, smooth it out. Like to smooth it out, yeah? Like it.
220 to the front, pin on 21 towards the right side, down, straight down breeze. Just got to favour the right side of the pin. Over is no good. His third after hacking out the jungle.
Nice shot there by Tommy Fleetwood. Still rolling, but will hold up. Long birdie try coming for Fleetwood, but here is Brooks Koepka. His dad Bob, a terrific athlete himself, played basketball and baseball, Bridgeport, West Virginia. Is a terrific pitcher for West Virginia Wesleyan. And for Brooks, his life perspective changed 5 years ago when his mom, Denise, was diagnosed with breast cancer. She took it on, beat cancer with the boys Brooks and Chase by her side, and she told them, you have to be able to give a punch and take a punch in golf and in life. And he has punched at Erin Hills. And he's about to win his first major championship at the age of 27.
A little bit of an awkward stance here. The ball's far above his feet. Been a horrendous bunker shot to have. Big false front there. Walking up right about now. This chip shot needs to get a good 15 yards into the putting surface. And roll back to his feet.
Like 5 feet, right? Yeah, 5 feet.
Actually close to about 10 yards up into that green.
That pairing of Brooks Koepka, his caddy, Richard Elliott, calls him Ricky. What a partnership this week at Erin Hills.
Charlie Hoffman bladed it to the back of the green here and made that long putt coming back. This ball's on the tight grass. Get up. Get up. Watch out. It stayed, but just barely.
Awkward shot. Unfortunate from where his second shot landed, how that ended up there against the collar.
So now he would have to hold his putt to get to 17 under. A 2-putt keeps him at 16 under and ties Rory McIlroy with what he did at Congressional back in 2011.
Just can't say enough for Koepka and the way he's kept his composure today.
Last 3 first-time major venues. 2008 U.S. Open Tour Pine South, Tiger Woods. Rory McIlroy, the PGA Championship at Kiowa Island. 2012, Chambers Bay, we all remember. In 2015, Jordan Spieth. And now at this golf course, it's been such a great host to the best in the world. Erin Hills, just 11 years old, with everybody coming in talking about DJ trying to repeat as champion, and Jason Day, and the health of Rory McIlroy and how would he play. Obviously Jordan Spieth talked about quite a bit. Phil Mickelson, would he play this week? He had to withdraw with his daughter's graduation on Thursday. Brooks Koepka with a long birdie putt at 18, but a 3-shot lead in the 2017 U.S. Open.
And I tried to just have the viewer just notice his walking pace and how it never changed. It actually was probably slower than he would normally walk all day long. Great players control their breathing in pressure situations. He was confident. He's got this putt for the all-time record, lowest score ever posted in the U.S. Open.
That part won't happen. But a major championship will.
No telling what the future has in store for this guy. He can overpower a golf course. If he has a wedge game to go with that, he may be able to sustain the kind of play that Dustin Johnson's been able to sustain. Dustin Johnson's won 5 times since he won his U.S. Open. He's become one of the best wedge players in the world. That could be Brooks Koepka's future. Tommy Fleetwood really put on a good showing today. He just stumbled there a little bit in the middle. Maybe slightly overpowered by Koepka today. Outdrove him by an average of about 25 to 30 yards. It gets intimidating after a while. Remember, Tommy Fleetwood's come a long way in the last year. Highly touted player in Europe. #1 amateur from Europe. Been a pro for a while now, and then His game slipped. He changed coaches, dropped from top 50 in the world all the way down to 180. A switch back to his original coach, and everything started to get right with Tommy Fleetwood, and he got a good taste of some major pressure this week, and that could bode well for a player that many think can win these types of championships.
This putt to stay in fourth all alone. Well done for Tommy Fleetwood and the end of a great week. Ryan Harman has already laid up behind Brooks Koepka here at 18. This for the U.S. Open. Koepka, a major champion.